always been a bit obsessed with the sky. Whether it's day or night, I spend a lot of time looking up at the sky, looking up at cloud formations, spending far too long staring off into the horizon during sunset or sunrise, and taking an uncomfortable number of photos. Looking for places where the sun's rays break through the clouds on an overcast day, scanning the night sky for constellations or shooting stars, admiring the various phases and colors of the moon, getting up in the middle of the night to see the stars and dust of the cosmos at their brightest when the light pollution has reduced. Anyone else who's obsessed with the sky like me, I'm sure has heard the plethora of tales about the sun and the moon. Tales of the relationship between the sun and the moon are vast and plentiful. In ancient Greece, the sun and the moon are personified as the god Helios and the goddess Selene, siblings, the children of the titans Hyperion and Thea, who rode their respective chariots across the sky, breaking up the day and the night with their sister Eos, goddess of the dawn, splitting up the shifts between the siblings. In many of the stories of the indigenous peoples of North America, the sun and the moon are often heavily involved in the legends of creation. There's a well-known Haida people's story that, if you've lived on the west coast of Canada for any period of time, you've likely heard. The raven, both a creator and a trickster deity, is believed to have created man, pulling the first people from a large clam and from a mollusk when the world was still dark. His love and desire to protect his creation caused him to steal the sun, moon, and stars from the great eagle, along with fresh water and fire. In these legends, it is the raven who placed the sun in the sky during the day to light the world below and scattered the stars and hung the moon at night to still provide a glow when the day grew dark again. However, in many different cultures and legends, the sun and moon are said to be lovers. In Filipino folklore, the sun and moon are married and have birthed the stars, but the nature of the sun means he cannot touch his children without burning them, yet he yearns to embrace them. This sparks a fight between the sun and the moon that causes the moon to flee, and the sun chases after his love every day. There's also this Latvian and Lithuanian folk song that tells of the love and betrayal of the sun and the moon. The pair were very much in love and would travel around the world together until the moon betrayed the sun and slept with the morning star. As a consequence for the betrayal, the moon and sun were separated, with the morning star acting as a separator between their realms of day and night. These are just a small selection of stories, not even really the tip of the iceberg, but in each of them there is this underlying theme of connection and balance, not only between the sun and the moon, but between the earth as well, and human beings themselves. I think there's a lot to be learned from folklore and various legends, whether you can connect with it spiritually or emotionally, find a new way to consider the world around you from the perspective of someone else, let it spark your creativity, or just find it to be an interesting story. I encourage you to seek out these stories. Learn about the folklore, legends, and myths about where you live or visit, or simply a place or topic that interests you. This might be way too corny, but I think there is a meaning in stories and a purpose behind that meaning. And I think the more you learn about the stories of other people, other countries and cultures, your perspective of the world grows, and it makes things feel a lot less vast and unknown. Everything just starts to feel a bit more connected. And maybe we could all benefit from a little more connection.